Hi, I'm Bob Maranto, managing partner of Andrews, Bernstein, and Maranto, continuing our series on injuries commonly seen in motor vehicle accidents, and in this case, the spinal injuries that we see oftentimes when our clients are involved in these types of accidents. I want to continue talking about parts of the spine that you may see in reports that you get from your doctors so you can understand what they're talking about. In the last series, we talked about the cervical, thoracic, lumbar, and sacrum areas of the spine. We talked about the fact that behind this is the cord, and the cord runs down the full length of the spine to the lumbar area, and then it becomes what's called the cauda equina. Now, out of the cord and the cauda equina, well, the cord and the cauda equina is part of the central nervous system. The brain and the cord makes up the central nervous system. But we need to have the ability for our bodies to function through our extremities. And we have nerves that run out to all of our extremities from the cord. And you can see these little protrusions here are representative of those nerves. And out of each of these areas, a nerve runs down to a different part of the body. This is called the peripheral nerves. So these specific nerves go to specific areas of the body. So if we could take a cross section of this, you would see the cord, and then you would see the nerves, the peripheral nerves coming out. Now, in between these vertebral bodies, let's say this is C2 and C3, there would be a nerve coming out. Now, we can trace that nerve to different parts of your body. Oftentimes people hear or think of the term sciatica. Sciatica comes from a problem at a specific nerve root, and that one would be here, L5 and S1. And we know that that nerve runs down the back of the leg. So if someone is having a problem with one of these nerves and it's affecting a very specific part of the body, we can trace it back. Now, importantly, the term that you will also see in your reports is a thing called the foramen, F-O-R-A-M-E-N. Foramen is just a fancy term for the term of word window. So out of the spinal cord, the peripheral nerves run through, and you can see here a space. And that space is called the foramen. In other words, it's a hole that the nerve runs through. So the foramen would be the window, the peripheral nerve runs through it.